Hello, we're here at ISPO 2016 at the Arc'teryx booth, and we're here with Luka Lindic. Luka, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah?
As good as it can be on the busy place in the city.
And Luka, what have you been up to recently?
At the moment I'm spending lots of time in the mountains because we have a good winter for climbing now. I would call it a funny way to train. Like you train while enjoying.
What was the last expedition that you were on?
On expedition to Pakistan in last August. So we were climbing around the Choktoy Glacier. We climbed a good new route on Biacherahi Tower. Then we tried line that was attempted many times on Latok 1, but unfortunately the bad weather stopped us halfway.
Wait, so how many pitches is halfway?
I think it was 35 pitches already.
So 35 pitches was halfway?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll go back there?
I would like to go back, yeah, one day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And just before we go, what's your single piece of Arc'teryx gear that you wouldn't leave home without?
What I am really using probably on 90% of my activities in the mountains is the Alpha FL pack.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Luka.
Thank you.
Good to talk to you. So now we're going to find out a little bit more about the updated Alpha SV jacket from Arc'teryx. Over to Greg, who's going to talk us a little bit more about this jacket.
Hi, I'm Greg Grunsky with Arc'teryx. Today I'm going to talk about the new Alpha SV redesign. This is a jacket that's been in our line since 1998. The biggest goals of this piece was improving the durability while decreasing the weight and improving some of the user ergonomics. So starting with the face fabric, the goal is to make a more robust face fabric. So we've been working with Gore for at least a year and a half now, testing the face fabric with a lot of our athletes, a lot of field testing. So it's what we call N100PX. It's a 100 denier nylon 6/6 yarn. Previously we used N80PX, which is an 80 denier yarn. But the significant improvement is in abrasion resistance, so it's almost twice as abrasion resistant than N80PX. It also has a higher tear strength than the previous N80PX. Starting with the hood, we work with Cohesive to work on some custom cohesive parts. But it's a really ergonomic, really easy to use system. So to tighten it, you simply tighten it like you typically do, and then to release. If you've got mittens on or gloves, you just press to release it. So starting with the chest pockets, we're using what we're calling the RS slider. So we used to have zipper garages, so we eliminated the zipper garage. It was typically the first wear point to go on a jacket when you have a hard object under a textile. We also have a custom part that we designed with Cohesive. So it's a two-piece design because we wanted to aim the excess tail up, so when it's tucked away, you don't have any excess tail hanging down. You could accidentally clip a carabiner or two when you're climbing. So that's the Alpha SV jacket. It's available in fall 16 and it's going for 750 euros.
Well, thanks Greg and thanks Luka. I'm going to try and get my hands on one of those jackets. That's all from Arc'teryx today, but check back tomorrow when we're bringing you more gear from ISPO. Can I get a beer now?